Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest account overview. Today we'll be going over an amazing account that's a little bit of a mini rally lead slash rally trap or whatever the heck you want to do on this account. It's pretty crazy. So I will be piloting this account probably for the next couple of weeks to month-ish, so you might get to see a bunch of content from this. I actually took a rally on this account probably last week. I recorded that, so that will also be in part of a video. Plus, we'll be doing some rally leading on this account as well. So this account is a mini rally lead, so it's around I guess it's around 655 million might now. It can go up or down based on how many troops are on it. Currently, I think there's about 23 million troops here. It's a tier 4 account, so no tier 5 currently on the account. It could go up to tier 5 if wanted. It has enough tomes. We'll go through that as well. But currently keeping the might a little bit lower. I guess if you put tier 5, it's about 80 million base might more than this, so it's a little bit of a jump, but it might be adding that pretty soon anyway. So it has about 2.5 million of each tier 4 currently, and about 4.8-ish of tier 2. Might go up a little bit in troops, just so you can do some rally leading, because if you ever do get capped, you want to have those extra troops, just in case you get rallied, especially if you're in a bigger kingdom. Obviously, this count can go into smaller kingdoms if needed, because the migration cost is obviously very low, being only 655 million might. Also, this account has some crazy blasts, plus it has a pretty good mix set. You can do basically everything, but leading wonder rallies is pretty much the only thing this account is lacking, because doesn't have the wonder research. So we'll actually just go over research use so you can kind of see what's going on first. So the economy, obviously it has that. Defense, it actually has just a little bit in here. This is not needed, by the way, so if you're building an account, don't put the stuff in defense there. Anyways, it has full military, completely all research, so it does have the counters done, and I believe it has max counter. We'll go through that as well when we look at the heroes and the familiars. Monster hunting, I think it has down to level 4. So not max monster hunting or anything like that. Upgrade defenses is 0. Upgrade military, it has 4 quick swaps. It has a couple what's called central commands and stuff like that, so you can do squads. And it has the bigger army as well, so it has 6 march slots on that. Army leadership is just up to wedges on this account. Military command is up to breakthrough. Familiars, I believe it's up to level 3, just so you can have the stacking familiars. You kind of need that if you are actually attacking people. Familiar battles, it does have 4 familiar slots, so when you're hitting someone or you're defending, you have 4 familiar slots for that. Sigils is just the attack, or what's called attack, HP, and defense for that. Range attack, infantry attack, and cav attack. All level 10, all maxed, and that actually gives you an extra 15%, which is pretty good there. Then it has wonder battles, nothing in wonder battles. So that is the issue for if you were leading, let's say, forts or something like that, or doing Dragon Arena and all that. It does have a smaller march, which can come back to actually hurt you if you're actually going against someone who has a big march. So wonder battles is not something it's really a lead for. It's more just single target rallies and stuff like that. So next thing you go look at gear, there's nothing really in there. It just has the central command, just gives a couple extra battalions so you can have some more squads. Advanced wonder battles, it's just the attack at the top here, so it gives an extra 5%. For those, nothing more is done. Like I said, gear here, it could actually go up and actually get tier 5, because I believe there's enough tomes. There is 34k on the account, and I think that's enough for tier 5. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe 34k is enough actually to get that. So again, it's something you could think about getting on this account, because it obviously would make your attack a little bit higher if you had your own tier 5 for that. So again, he also has the 7-day bundle. I'll just collect that since it's there. It will get annoying if I see that there and not collect it, so I'm going to click that right away. So we'll go on to his gear next. Obviously, this is a big part of this account, is the gear, because it is a rally lead, so you want to see the stats and all that stuff. So taking a look at it, this is his mix gear. It is three-piece mythic champ. It has a skull crusher as the main hand, but It could also go and put a fourth champion piece on here, as you can see, a champion light. So that is technically the fourth piece, but for the mix set, running the winter mitts right now, just for the extra HP and defense. If you wanted a little extra attack in your mix set, obviously the champion light has a much more what's called infantry and cav attack in that. And then 3 mythic cups. It's pretty much best in slot unless you have some champ in there. I wouldn't really put anything else, because obviously the mythic cups are giving you like 70% attack total, I think, something like that between them. So there's no other piece in there that's even close, unless you're looking at mythic champ. So well, actually there is the new pieces. The where is it? Yeah, okay, these things. Is this the right one? Yeah, no, wait, that's not the right one. That's just for Cav. Anyways, there is the new accessories and one of the monsters that actually give comparable stats for the Mythic Cup, but they're for, like, Cav and stuff like that. So those ones you obviously can put in there, but they're a little bit harder to get. Obviously, the cups are really easy to get from the Tycoon. So, again, go back there, actually take a look at the stats. I think I'm in Fury, so well, I should just show you the Fury stats here. These are just from some researches, obviously from what's called artifacts. I believe some castle skins as well, because I think the account has castle skins. Yes, it does. It does have some stars, so there is quite a few castle skins on this account. You can, well, actually just go through them just so you can see here. That's Cav HP and attack. This one is range HP and attack. This one's infantry HP and attack, so most of these are HP and attack ones. This one is Cav attack, Cav HP, still missing 1 star in there. This one's infantry HP. This one is infantry attack and range attack, pretty good on that one. Terror Lodge here, this is infantry and range, or infantry in Cav, sorry. Apparently one of my prisoners can be executed, so not gonna do that right now, but maybe after this. There is Cav attack, range attack on that one. Let's see this one. This one's infantry and HP and attack. And then this one is Cav attack and Cav HP. Another prisoner's ready. Okay, they're all coming here. This must be from KVK, because if you're seeing this, this is after KVK, so maybe a lot of these were actually grabbed during KVK. So they're asking me to actually execute them. Not going to do that right now. So let's go check the stats quickly on this before the Fury runs out. So currently in the mix set, the infantry attack is at 605, the range attack is at 636, Cav attack is a little bit low on this with that 454 again. That's kind of what happens when you're running a Skull Crusher with some what's called cups. There's not a lot of Cav attack in there. Even with the what's called champ pieces, a lot of that actually is in the army attack, so the Cav attack is going to look a little lower here. If you look at the army attack, you'll see it's over 300% because of those pieces there. Looking at his infantry defense at 337, so quite a bit there, over 200 in Cav and range there. Infantry HP is also over 300%. Cav's at 297 and range is at 297 and Cav's at 256. You can see there's also a 60% counter boost on this account, so that means he does have the counter hero and the counter familiar as well, plus the counter research. If you go down to his army stats, he has 312% army attack, so quite a bit. Again, you do get a good boost of army attack from the mythic champ pieces, and you also get a good boost from the Skull Crusher, so that's why his army attack is quite high. Army defense is also high at 315 and 640 army HP, so decent stats all around. So good mixed stats. Obviously, this is more for rally taking. You could do some wonder battles, but you will be handicapped by the fact that the march is kind of like a regular size march, not a wonder researched march. So, and that's pretty much it for that. Again, that is his what's called mix set. We will actually go over his blast sets, because that's actually what he's mostly known for on this account, is his crazy blast sets that he has. He does have 3 full sets of blasts on here. Let's take a look. I've got 5 minutes of Fury left, so we'll make sure that his stats are there. So we'll actually let's see if he does have a talent swap for 550. He has Cav, so maybe we'll just throw on Warden Troops. What's this? 550. Okay, maybe we'll go into Cav first, then go into 550 after that, just so we can look at these stats here. Just make sure that this is all set up in Cav. Good, good, good. Perfect. So we'll go Cav first. Check out his Cav attack on here. You can see he does have full mythic on his Cav. One of his pieces, he has a range jewel in there. That's his helmet, which is used for mix. So keep that in mind. That could be a little bit higher if he was to throw a gargantuan jewel in there. But where was the stats here on the gear? So it's 574 attack on the gear. 14% army attack, 21% army defense, 125% army HP, with an extra, what is it, 100% cav defense and 176% cav HP. So what does that even mean when you look at stats? So let's look at these stats here and see what he's running. Again, there is no fort boost. I should probably show that right now. There's no fort boost on this at all, so no fort boost on the actual account. So this is base stats. Pretty much, it obviously could be a little bit higher. So he's got 928% cav attack on this account. With a fort boost, obviously that would be 25% higher. So these are pretty much base stats. Worst case scenario, obviously you'll be in Fury, so you will have Fury stats if you're attacking someone. Obviously, it's kind of how it goes. So 928 cav attack, 335 cav defense, 433 cav HP with an extra 507 army HP with that. So combined there, you can see he does have 940 for HP on his cav blast with 270 army attack. So obviously you can combine the army attack in the actual attack and you get well over 1,000% on that. What is that? That'd be 11, close to... Actually, that's very close to 1,200% total between the army attack and the cav attack there. So you could technically say it's a 1,200% blast. I mean, yeah, it depends. Like, you should really add in your army attack because obviously it's on your gear and stuff. You should add that in there, but most people don't for whatever reason. Even though your army attack could be 400%, you're not going to add that into your regular attack. I guess people don't think army attack is a real stat or something like that. So, but you can see here it is 928 on the single stat with the army attack down there, and also 338% army defense. So that was his cav blast. I will put it into 550 next on his talents. Actually, let's just check out his talents here. So just make sure it actually, I guess the squad defense is lower. So ignore the defense when we look at this because I believe it's attack here. Let's just make sure all the attacks are on there with the squad health. So yeah, this one should be fine. So we'll use that one right here for the next one. Make sure we are still in Fury. You got about a minute. So actually, one second. I'm just going to add the Fury again. Okay, so we'll look at the range next, I think. Let's go to the range, just see what the actual stats are on there. 562 on the range with 129% army HP. What is it? 171% army, or sorry, range HP. And then where is the, oh, it's actually 173% infantry attack on here too, because I guess the cups are in there. So anyways, we'll take a look at the stats here. Let's put the gear on and see what's going on. So you can see here, he does have what's called a great range set, 3 cups on there. One of them is his mixed infantry range attack because he is using those in mixed, and he doesn't have 6 cups, I guess. So he does have to use some of his infantry ones in there as well, but he decided to make mixed ones out of it, so it's pretty good. He does have tempering on his main hand up to 11, mythic champ as the body, and then the rest is just mythic regular stuff. So we'll take a look at his stats on here as well. Keep in mind, no fort stats on this, so 882 for the range attack, so quite a bit lower. That would be over 900% if he had a what's called boost on there. He also has 507% infantry attack on there as well. When looking at his infantry attack, again, a lot of his pieces for range is also shared with infantry because of the cups. So taking a look at his range HP on here, 405% range HP, which is defense at 295 range defense as well. 256% army attack, a little bit lower in the army attack than the cav blast. I believe that's probably because there's no army attack in his Mythic Champ piece for the range. Army defense is 294, army HP is 511, still quite high on all that, over 900% for mixed HP combined, plus his range attack is going to be over 900% with that fort boost, if he has it, obviously not running that currently. So that's his range set, pretty good, and we'll go on to his infantry set as well. So this is the infantry set, has 2 Mythic Champ pieces, the boots and the offhand for Mythic Champ, 3 Mythic Cups, the Beast Helm, and the Terror Lash at Tempered 12. So let's take a look at the stats on the gear before we take a look at the actual stats. It's 578 infantry attack, 144 infantry HP, 149 army HP, and an extra 14% army attack as well. Is that from the boots? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's from the boots, because the offhand Champion Light doesn't actually have any army attack. Does have army HP though, so it's actually not a bad piece. Well, sorry, it doesn't have army HP. That's actually from the Champion Jewel in it. I was like, yeah, I thought it didn't have army HP for whatever reason, or I didn't have HP for a reason. That's because it does have the Champion Jewel in there. And if you guys don't know, Champion Jewels at gold do give 15% army HP. Also give some good travel speed, so you could actually be moving quite fast in your speed up gear, just based on how much Champion Jewels you have in your characters. You get 20% movement speed from that. So anyways, let's take a look at the stats on this one as well. I think it's over 900. Yeah, 913. No fort boost again on that. Let's take a look at the HP and defense. So 312 defense, around 400%. Infantry max HP is technically 399.69% HP on that as well. And then taking a look at here, we got 531 army HP, 262 on the army defense, and 270 on the army attack. So pretty much all his attacks are over 900%. When you're actually looking at fort boosted, obviously not fort boosted, they're a bit lower, but his cav is obviously the best set he currently has. With all that tempering 12 he has on his other pieces, again, it's much cheaper to temper these level 50 and 55 pieces than it is like Mythic Champ in the level 60 pieces. So if you're wondering why he has those ones tempered, it's really cheap to get those up, so you can actually get some good stats from them pretty easily. So just taking a look at something like this, so you can see you got 90% cav attack just on the Horned Cudgel or Cudgel for the plus 12 on there. I also got 40% cav defense and stuff like that. Taking a look at the drums next, just showing you what the stats would be. You got 62%. Obviously, that's minus 30% from the actual jewels, but again, this one gives HP. This one gives it's called cav attack and cav defense, and then the obviously cav attack jewel gives 20%. So 32% attack minus the jewels there. Cav HP you can see there and all that. So, and I think, what's the other one? Oh yeah, the offhand is also tempered to 12, so 74% attack on there minus the 30%, so you're looking at still quite a bit of attack from the offhand there, with some good army HP in there as well. 40% army HP from the Dragon Fist, so not too bad there, plus some cav HP from the Saber Jewel, and some cav defense from the Gargantuan Jewel. So looking at that, still actually pretty good. They actually might be able to use that in your mix set, because 40% HP is nothing to sniff at, actually, looking at that. So maybe I could add that into my mix set, because it is missing a little bit of cav attack when looking, into the mix set, because it is missing a little cav attack. So we can go back into mix. Unfortunately, I don't have a mix setup here, because it is set for blast and then has a speed gear slot, so I could technically make this a mix set if I was going to go do some trapping on that. I'm sure I could actually do it this way, so you can actually see the stats from the mix set. So we'll go, first off, we'll go gloves here for that. We'll go champion helm, champion body, champion boots on there as well. It also has a Storm Tassets if you want another good mix piece on there. but obviously it has Mythic Champ, so the Storm Tacits are kind of overshadowed with that being in the infantry set. So we'll go mix, mix these ones, and then I can either go range or infantry on here. So depending on what I want more of, I think I want more of the infantry, but taking a look here, you can see, yeah, there is already quite a bit of range actually in the stats on here, so don't exactly need that. You can see when it's set up like this, there's only 109% cav attack. I got 258 army HP in here, 56 army attack, and 98 army defense. If I switch this out for that, it is tempered 12, so it is pretty good. The army HP doesn't really go down. Defense does go down, though, so you are losing some defense on there. I think the, what's called infantry defense is also missing, because what is the, where is it? This has army defense and infantry defense. You are missing 50% army defense, or infantry defense, sorry, without that. So that's also something. It does put the cav attack quite a bit higher, so up to 163, brings the range attack down a little bit, and I guess it does bring the infantry, because it does have an infantry jewel in there as well. So I don't know, that's something I could think about doing if I need a little more cav attack on this. It does have 56% army attack in the mixed gear, so that's also adding on to the obviously the mixed stats, because this one also gives army attack 28%. I believe the boots do. This one doesn't, I don't think. Yes, yeah, it's just HP and defense, and this gives a little army attack as well. So quite a bit of army attack in there. So the cav stats are technically higher than 163. There's actually 56%, so it's over 200. But yeah, just adding a little bit of cav attack in there might be a little helpful. But that's kind of the other option. Obviously, the other option is just putting this one on here as well. So the cav attack is a little bit lower, but it obviously adds way more infantry attack in there. Range attack is about the same. What's called the HP does go down if you obviously switch out that for the champion piece here. Army attack stays the same. Army defense is still pretty high because there is army defense on this piece, I believe. Yeah, 28%. So that's the other options. Lots of options for the offhand, actually. Obviously, these ones, not as many options, because these just aren't as good in mix sets and stuff like that. Don't have the mixed stats. What else is there? The boots, I guess Dragon Talons are technically another option, but I'd rather have the champion stuff in there. Same with like the helm and stuff like that. The B helm is obviously another option, but have the cav helm there. So that's kind of what's going on there. I think I'm not gonna save that right now. But those are kind of the pieces on there. I think that's everything. I guess we can go through heroes and stuff like that. There's no 11k heroes on this account, so if you're expecting to see some crazy 11k heroes, no, that is the other account. That's also another crazy account. But it does have a bunch of army attack heroes on here. Watcher, some pay-to-play, what's called blast heroes. Obviously has the Chronicler maxed. They are slow rolling the heroes, so if you don't know what slow rolling is, it's buying the cheaper packs. It's the most efficient way to get the heroes up, or the cheapest way to get all the heroes up. Obviously takes the longest, but most of them are at purple here, so they're getting very close. Lore Weaver's close, Berserker's close, Don Guapo. Again, these are for Wonder Wars and stuff like that. Bootmeister is obviously from Dragon Arena. Cursed Hunter is another one of the Wonder War heroes, so it will help with the Wonder Wars once those get up. You actually get a bigger March cap from sending those. Plus it does have some attack stats in them as well. So again, those are the heroes. I'll go through them slowly here just so you can see them. There is some army attack heroes in there, Watcher and stuff like that, and boom. Okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything on the account that I wanted to show you guys today. Oh, I guess the familiars, sorry, I forgot. Totally forgot the familiars. Obviously, you want to see the familiars on the account. It has all the Pack 5 familiars pretty much here, so all at level 10, whatever ones you want to use. Those are all the different, the ones that stack up, and then there's the single 600% target ones. So all those also has the, Griffin at level 10, and then the stacking familiar is all at level 10 as well. So Yeah. So pretty awesome stuff on here. Has everything set up for attacking. Really good for defending as well. So I'll go just slowly go through here. You can see Jade Worms in there. So that's the other one that gives the counter boost, if you guys are wondering. Stacking familiars, all that stuff. Anyway, so I will be having some fun on this account as well over the next month. You'll get to see some content, probably do some rallying and rally trapping as well at the same time. Why not? Because why wouldn't you do that at the same time? And all that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.